Hi guys, last year I did a video where I took this car camcorder apart, or dash cam, because the battery in it wouldn't recharge, and I didn't bother putting it back together again and just left it in the box. Now recently I've been doing some videos where I wanted an infrared camera, and I remembered that I had this one stored away somewhere, so today I remembered to try and find it. And all I'm going to do is, if I can, desolder the existing battery, put a little connector on there and have an external LiPo battery. And that way, if I need to recharge it, then I can recharge it externally. Because this one, I suspect all it is this one's probably gone down so far that the protection circuitry won't allow you to recharge it. But it's a very thin LiPo battery and I haven't got any that are that size to replace. So I'm going to do an external modification. So I'll go and do that. I'll just go and put a connector on there, take this one off, and then we'll see if we can get it to work with an external LiPo battery. I've just soldered that little LiPo connector on there directly onto the old tags. I put a lump of hot glue on the wires just to act as a strain relief so we don't actually pull right through. So now we've got to get this fella back in place. We also need this. Can't see what I'm doing, camera's in the way. Right, that's in. Obviously the USB socket has to go through that hole there. Yep. It's out of the way because the SD card goes in there, micro SD. So we've got to put some of the screws back in. Okay. They're all a bit small. I might not be able to do this with the camera in the way, because I can't see clearly enough what I'm doing. Oh yeah, got one in. One down. Where's the next one? Looks like there's one there. One there, I think there's one there. How about on the other side? I don't know if there's one there or not. How many more screws have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 screws left. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, I think that's all the ones on the inside. Screen's got to go over. That's going to be that way round because that button there presses that button there. Oh, I might clean the inside of that before I put it back on because I've got dust in it. Right, I've cleaned that screen, putting the display in the top there, so we should be able to clip it all together. Let's try switching it on before we do any more. Yeah, well, we've got power to it. I don't know if the camera shows this very well, but you can see, although we're looking at a red table there, the colour in here is pretty awful, which is the reason I stopped using it, or didn't use it. It's sort of washed out. I mean, there are settings that should help, but that's not going to matter if I'm just going to use it for infrared, because that would just be black and white. Still, I'll put the rest of the screws back in and it looks like we're okay. We've got another little working camera that I can use for infrared. Almost forgot, while I was at it, I've put a little connector onto the old battery so I can see if I can charge that up and use that for something else. Because it's quite a small battery, might work for a little model aeroplane or something, if I can get some charge into it. Just demonstrate that battery that I've taken out of the camera. I've charged it up and I've plugged it into my little electric plane here. That's the normal battery that I've got disconnected. I've just connected up this camera battery. This plane's got a 10-second timer on it. So press the button. There we go. So that little battery works fine. It's taken charge okay. Might even use it in this plane. It's a nice little lightweight one.